Ba-ding! We're live!
Hey gamers! Oh yeah, we're currently live. Tales of Legendia.
It's just Legendia, so you don't need to...
Live
Check
stream
if the...
DWPlays and sm3dw. sm3dw isn't on the stream. He's got.
I put a question mark there. If he does actually respond and come on the stream, then that'd be great. So...
But
hello.
Okay. So have you got the 10 out of 10 stream music?
I gotta get the stream music ready. My mind was blank. I wonder if I play copyrighted music, will this thing get struck down? It's worth a try.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna play some. I'm gonna play like the theme that I use for every Diamond King video intro.
Yes.
Yeah, this is actually the most memorable battle theme from Symphonia. I do like the boss battle music, but
This is cool.
Alright, you're my moderator. Anyone else besides you on the stream?
No, I'm the only moderator. Okay, so what's the plan for the stream today?
We're gonna play the game. So only 3 people saw my story, which is, you know, it's something. Usually if it was like actually like not summer, you know. Okay, so apparently 3 people are watching. Whoever is watching, go in the chat. Just go in the chat, and not you, Dally B. I think we heard enough of.
Yeah, that 10 out of 10 music. Okay, so wait, isn't the plan of you play some Tales of Legendia? Whatever. How do you pronounce it? Play
Yeah,
All Star by Smash Mouth. Actually, it's a good idea. Alexa, play All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh God, that's copyrighted music.
We'll only do it a little bit. Don't worry.
People told me the world is told me I ain't pop is cool in the shit.
Okay, Alexa, stop.
All right, actually, I'm gonna be daring, and I'm gonna play one of the heavy metal albums I have.
Oh yeah, some heavy metal. We've got some good music playing. Your chat thing doesn't seem to work, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know.
Does it?
No.
Because have people been chatting? I don't know. It should work. I don't know. Maybe.
Honestly, you should have given up on life ages ago. I gave up on life yesterday, so.
Oh, there were people. Oh, who's that? Static Blue Jay.
Static Blue Jay. Yes.
Okay, so the chat is working.
Mhm.
So, David, you're gonna have to tell me.
Accommodate to the needs of the live stream. Yes.
You can't like fix anything. So is everything good with the stream so far?
Yeah, the audio quality work. Your gameplay thing hasn't appeared.
I know because I haven't turned on the PS2.
Okay.
So don't worry, I've got everything working.
Good.
Okay, so while I get things ready, it's just. Play some Iron Maiden, a nice British band.
Oh yes, repping the. Okay, thank you. Okay, Sony Computer Entertainment. Honestly, I'm not playing this. I've known nothing, to be honest.
To be honest, we're in 2 completely different countries. Thank you very much.
I know.
It'd be nice to meet in person, and then we could actually play Legendia.
I mean.
But I'll take us too. You buy a musket bottle, run it through.
Actually, how much a flight to Canada? I might head off to Canada mid tonight. Why not?
Anybody else typing in the chat? No one. No new chat things. There's only 2 watching. So.
Oh, a flight to Toronto is only £1,052.
Oh, it is?
What is £1,052 in Canadian dollars?
£1,052 is 1,756 Canadian dollars and 36 cents.
Trying to hit my PS2 console to make it work. Sorry, PS2. But...
A new opponent has appeared!
Hey, gamers.
Get out of the stream. We are streaming. Okay,
yeah. I need to...
David,
I'll fix this.
you need to moderate this, damn it. I told you to moderate the stream good.
Okay, sorry. I made this appear and continuous lapse in my judgment. I don't expect to be forgiven.
Oh my god. God damn it. Let me meme in the stream.
Oh well.
She sent me I want to meme in the stream for some reason. And like, I know it's kind of like, I wanted to talk to everyone, but when I'm streaming, it's not really. I'm sorry.
No one should be able to join now, and it should only be people with a certain role who can actually join and stuff.
Here we go. This is what Brits do.
Yeah. I just look up Big Daddy Weezy just suddenly joined, and like his name and like voice and everything.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, I never even summoned you until now. So can you shut up and stop listening, you stalker?
Right,
Sorry, I don't know that one.
What were you trying to ask, Alexa?
Well, Alexa just suddenly started talking to me for no reason at all, and
Anybody else?
I just called her a stalker.
Oh, that's great. Okay, why not working? This is actually. You know what? I might as well just say it on the stream. The next Tales of video is basically it's a very short one, but it's basically just a video talking about some of the reasons why a lot of people dislike Legendia. Because it's like as the video is titled, it's the black sheep of the franchise. So it's just really the odd one out, except it's been getting a lot more love.
Okay, guys, so I'm currently taking over the stream. I hope I've got some sort of I hope I've got a bit of time here. So now this is my stream. This is under my rules.
Get off my stream!
No, no, you shut up, you
get
peasant.
Off my plane!
No, you shut up, you peasant. Okay.
Hey, who is watching? Can you actually see who's watching, or just whoever is watching? The chat does not work, but that's fine with meh. Okay, who else is online?
No one.
Oh, that's just me. Oh, wait a second, I'm going crazy.
I know you are.
Am I going crazy, or is there? It says there's. Oh, it's working. Okay, it says that there's 2 people online. To be honest, I'm probably going crazy. It's probably someone.
I love Namco. Namco is like my lord. Okay.
Alright. The game is working.
Yay! Wait, something actually worked. That's impressive.
Oh, come on, no. Okay. It's Is it working? Might have to. Both PS2s I had a top-loading PS2. Now I have a PS2 that has like the tray come out when you press a button. They both really suck at working for some reason.
Oh no, you suck at working.
And I don't wanna mess up the stream because like once you have something connected,
Well, you just don't want to mess up your life anymore.
if I disconnect the cables that are connected to the capture card, then it's just pretty much dying at this point. Ugh. So while we wait for the game to actually start to work, let's start talking about a few things.
Alright, so now you own the stream, and because I'm socially awkward and I can't start a conversation, what do you want to talk about?
Well, basically, you doing anything more with that Sniping Ninja song?
No, well, I will if my channel, if I either hit 200 subscribers by the end of August, or when my video, my 100th video gets 50 likes. It's currently on 5 likes, so if it gets 50 likes or my channel gets 200 subscribers by the end of the month, I'll release the full song on Spotify and some other platforms.
Can you at least give the song to like me and like other YouTubers, you know? Or specifically just me?
Wait, sorry?
Can you give the song just to me?
No.
Ah, damn it. Oh, Christ. Yeah, the console's not working. Round of applause for the guy who spent hours setting up a live stream.
My microphone's working. Ha 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 ha.
Everything's working fine. It's just the game console. Why? Like I was doing test stuff with the stream and I was using the thing and it worked perfectly. Probably because the thing is a completely clean disc.
Probably because life sucks.
Life sucks. It's like life sucks, you suck, I suck, we all suck.
Yep. Yeah, that's very true. So, is some intense gameplay is about to commence.
Cleaning the disc. I did bring in a cloth earlier. I can actually just. There's a lot of damn scratches on this disc.
You know what?
God, holy Christ.
Let's get some high quality music going.
Alexa, play Despacito.
Yeah.
Did she hear me?
Why not? Alexa, play Despacito.
Despacito, remixed by Luis Fonsi from Spotify.
It's a remix. Oh, okay.
We are gay.
Very true.
Play some like memes or something. Oh.
Situation in the
Okay,
heaven,
well,
yeah.
kind of working.
My sunrise on the darkest day.
Alexa,
Got me.
stop before we get copyright strike, and I'll get the blame.
Hey, we're probably already copyright striked. I played almost all of the Iron Maiden songs.
Yeah,
Trooper.
and Susan Richecki probably hates me because I made fun of her.
I was watching I was watching H3 podcast highlights, and one of them was just behind the scenes footage of when they got a copyright strike before they were going to talk about Alex Jones.
Why?
Because it was Alex Jones.
Is Alex
And
Jones
like,
a YouTube god? Yes.
Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist who was recently kicked off like every platform on the internet.
Is he like a far right like person who doesn't follow YouTube's politically correct rules?
Yeah, just look up
Okay, I thought so.
Alex Jones frogs gay, and you'll understand what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Everything is turning to shit. Especially this stream. Okay, I'm actually quite scared if I do disconnect the PS2 cables and then connect the GameCube cables or any other cable like the Wii U, like of course I'd have to change the title of the stream. But most importantly, this would just mean that my disc is completely screwed. Oh great PlayStation God, why have you forsaken me with your bowl? Cheat. Demonetized. Alright, you know what? Just giving up. Where's the case? This is like the worst stream ever. YouTube front page. Talks about 54 subscriber YouTuber and his horrible live stream. So, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go rummaging through my PlayStation. Since I have like it all in this like beautiful desk. We have Evil Dead, Regeneration. We have all three Sly Cooper games, which probably won't work. We have some Capcom Classics Collection, which is arcade games. If I actually want to sit in my ass and play those for a while, we got Devil Kings. We got Dynasty Warriors 6. Pirates of the Caribbean for some goddamn reason. We got GTA 3.
Yeah.
Budokai Tenkaichi 2. We got a Final Fantasy game, and we got Bully Scholarship Edition. Really, to be honest, like I'm just kind of tempted to play Grand Theft. I'm kind of tempted to play Grand Theft Auto 3. Most part.
No, mate. I want GTA 6 leaks now.
I don't have GTA 5 for some reason. I never got it. You know what? I don't want to get it now since it's just like, well, if they're coming out with GTA 6, apparently, as Lispy Jimmy and Cernando say.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna play some classic Sly Cooper.
I love Sunan. He's got some of the best glasses ever. So.
We can play Sly Cooper, which I haven't played in years. Gotta think about this for a second. I have the original God of War game, but it's all scratched to shit. I'm just sitting here like looking at this like black abyss, which is my desk, and I'm just trying to think about what game to pick. I could play an arcade game, or I could play Sly Cooper for like the first time in years, but I don't feel like it for some reason. Maybe the next stream.
You never know.
Taking up the Capcom games. Devil Kings. I played Devil Kings on stream. I don't really need to. Okay, we're gonna try Dynasty Warriors 6, and then if that fails, we're just gonna play some GTA 3. Or I'm gonna play it. Because, you know what? Why not kill some police officers on... Oh, guys, look. I got the new released GTA 6. Rockstar sent it to me in a GTA 3 case. Because they didn't want people to know that I had GTA 6.
Yep.
I'm serious. This is not clickbait.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. It's Fortnite Season 6. I'm freaking out right now.
I hate Fortnite. There's a conversation starter.
Yeah. Fortnite. Okay, don't blame me if your views plummet after this. Fortnite is overrated.
Yeah, it's definitely overrated. I don't like PUBG. I don't like Fortnite. It's just like, whenever I see someone play Fortnite, I'm just like, well, they're just trying to be trendy.
You see,
they're just trying to get the YouTube monies.
Fortnite, the game itself, I actually sort of enjoy the game, but it's not worth 2 hours of my day. Okay? I think Fortnite as a game it's an okay game, but I'd rather play Splatoon 2 over Fortnite. Just saying.
Yeah, I think I'd rather. Again, like I don't know if it may be biased since it's like my favorite game, but if I had the choice between like Tales of Symphonia and Fortnite, like I'd obviously pick Symphonia because there's a lot more to Symphonia than Fortnite. Because once you get down to it, Fortnite is basically you drop down from the bus,
Mhm.
you grab weapons, you kill people, the storm comes, and it's basically just the same thing over and over and over again. And there's no kind of variety. I keep falling on my ass for some reason. Unlike Tales of Symphonia, where it keeps you like into it with a story, with different areas, with different bosses, with different characters. I could be playing that on stream, but I'm trying to run Dynasty Warriors 6 for some reason.
But of course, life sucks. I mean, I don't mind Fortnite as a game. It's just it is overrated. So the majority of people who play it are playing it because it's a trend. I can guarantee if Fortnite wasn't as popular as it is, if it wasn't as big of a, if it didn't,
As it is.
yeah, and like suddenly you came across this game, they're gonna say, for example, it's a Fortnite addict at the moment, like someone like who's addicted to Fortnite at the moment. Yeah. If he came across the game where if it wasn't popular, he probably wouldn't like the game. He'd probably be like the game itself. Probably he wouldn't like the game, but because it's popular, everyone's liking it. Even see, some of the best games I've ever played has been indie titles, smaller games.
The release of a game called Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which is it's like a Castlevania inspired indie game that has graphics just like the third Castlevania game, and I was eager, and the reviews it's getting are phenomenal because like it's an amazing game. Now compare that to Fortnite. Like Fortnite, it must have had some effort put into it, but compared to like Bloodstained Curse of the Moon or Cuphead or anything in that matter, it's just tame in comparison. Cuphead had years put into it.
You see,
it had
I know. This is what I'm saying. Fortnite Battle Royale, Rust, it's still in beta. The only reason why they released the Battle Royale mode is because the Save the World was not doing very well. So they quickly put together Battle Royale, which still isn't complete. It's still in beta, as they say.
I keep forgetting. Isn't Fortnite still in beta?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that because I keep forgetting it's free, and I think a lot of people like Ali and all that are forgetting that it's still in beta, and it's in beta, and
except
how
Ali,
I can understand if like a game like Cuphead we're still in beta because again Cuphead I haven't played it yet, but whenever I can I'm astonished already. But Fortnite, I feel like it had some effort put into it, and then you get down to it, it's just the minimal, possible effort.
See, Cuphead had tons of effort into it. Like, I don't think we could stress this anymore. Because, like, the art style, everything about
the art style.
The years on.
If anyone knows the art style, I'll explain it.
Yeah.
The art style of Cuphead is traditional 1930s animation. So if you're like me and you like stuff from the like 40, 30, 50 years ago, the style is like inspired by early Disney cartoons. There was an animation studio called Fleischer Studios that made Betty shit, that made Betty Boop, and that takes a while. And I think one of the things is it's just you have to imagine they had to draw every frame of animation, and here's something that I'm going to compare it to. So I'm a big fan of the Dr. Seuss cartoon, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I watch it every year, and I had a debate with like a classmate when he was comparing. He was saying that the Jim Carrey movie was harder to make, and I argued with him because no matter like even though it's like the Grinch one, the animated one is about 30 minutes to 40 minutes long. Shit. It's took a while because you have to believe that everything you're seeing on screen, every individual frame, was just drawn. So like one movement, like maybe the Grinch moving his knee like slightly off the ground, that was drawn and then painstakingly drawn into other different things, like, which is how Cuphead.
And how many frames would it be like a second? Wouldn't it be like 10 frames per second? Or something?
That's like a lot of frames because like.
So like, I'd say about 10, 20 frames per second it'd probably be back then.
And that's another problem with YouTube as well, is that people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and you know what? Even though I like PewDiePie, I'm going to add him in there, even though he's not as obnoxious when he does this, is they stretch their videos at 10 minutes to get ads on them.
Yeah.
Animators, they have a really hard time.
Animators on YouTube, yes.
Draw everything, every frame. And this just proves that
they're quite lucky because now in the modern day they've got tons of software to help them out, don't they?
Yeah, but even still, they got a lot of chalk.
But even
things,
so,
but like
a lot of effort. I mean, I can't imagine because I can't draw the most simpler things.
Yeah.
So.
But like seriously, even they're still doing even though hand-drawn animation was phased out by CG animation, it's still technically the same thing because you have to model the character and then, painstakingly. It's a little easier, but again, going back to the argument of which one was harder to make.
YouTube encourages frequent uploading, meaning the animators, because like you can't upload 10-minute animations every day. Like
that is. Like, I don't watch them often. Like, I guess the odd ones out in Jaden Animations. They're like the face of the animators, is what I'm saying. I don't watch them a lot, but when I do see like glimpses of their videos, I like the animation. I think they're funny. But then I also gotta think, well, this is what they're doing. They're giving people entertainment to watch. So they're also giving YouTube something as. They're basically just giving YouTube free stuff to keep their website running, and and then they don't get paid because it's not 10 minutes, and that's what really does piss me off is just all of that.
You see, imagine like growing up, like being a channel, like growing up and growing on YouTube, it's incredibly difficult. You either have to it's a based of luck, and so such people often end up trying to reach on the bigger channels. And with animators, imagine being a small animating channel, a small channel that animates like all the other bigger ones. Decent, probably better, sometimes even better quality, better videos, but they don't get noticed because YouTube doesn't promote those videos anymore.
No, and also. YouTube, when I started YouTube in late 2015, it was a wonderful place. Nothing could beat it. And then like it got into at least like late 2016, and then 2017 rolled around, and you were starting to notice the changes in YouTube, like how they instead of promoting that it's like a free site every creator is equal, they're promoting certain creators and then leave other creators in the dust. Like other creators that I think deserve more attention is I'm just going to use James Rolfe the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've been watching him for years now. He has been a huge inspiration to me, not only from his show, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've watched a lot of his movies that he made when he was a kid in the 90s, when he was in high school, and when he was in college, and they're phenomenal things. But here's the thing: he puts a lot of time and effort into them. Like there's a I'm gonna use the 10-year anniversary episode, Mega Man Games. He put so much time. I think it was like 138 hours into that video, and like it got views. It got a lot of views from the fans, but like it's never like glorified by YouTube. And even then, he made another video. It was the Nightmare and Beyond episode of his series Board James. He put a lot of time and effort into that. Not only he storyboarded it all. He had someone build sets for him, like elaborate sets, and a lot of things. It was just very, very hard. And yeah, it got views. I really love the episode, but he's not getting as much recognition as someone who does not put as much time and love into their content, like say Jake Paul or Logan Paul, who just say they love their fans and then don't actually love their fans because they're a bunch of and I'm just gonna say cunts.
Oh.
Bunch of cunts. Yeah. Just putting it bluntly, ever since like Jake Paul terrorizing his neighbors, the FaZe Bank situation, and then Logan Paul's big thing, the Suicide Forest thing, I have never forgiven both. I never saw them that they've gotten better, especially with them going up against KSI and Deji. I mean, I know KSI's faults, but he's made up for them. He's addressed them, unlike Logan, where when he addresses them,
I mean, it's all part of a PR thing, isn't it? It's all part of PR.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and grab some water. I'll be back ASAP.
All right, I'm gonna try and set up some stuff. This is still a unplug the PlayStation. Yeah, plugging the game. Ouch. Basically, Tales of Legendia live stream, but we're basically just talking about things like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and all that. And we have good reason to, since they're horrible people. Like, seriously. Alright, what's the game like? I don't want to play Symphonia at this moment, I guess. But I've already played Luigi's Mansion all the way through. So.
Get back, sorry.
Alright, I'm just trying to decide. I plugged in the GameCube, and I only have a few GameCube games, and I'm like, should I play Tales of Symphonia or should I play Luigi's Mansion? And I'm like, well, I've already played Luigi's Mansion, but I could do it a little here. I'm gonna look for a second before we continue our conversation. So we got Pokemon XD. Actually, you know what? We're gonna play some Mega Man. I forgot I had this. We have the Mega Man.
Why not?
No, Mega Man 11 is coming out. Who knows Tales month? I'm just gonna I'm gonna have Tales of Symphonia right there. You know what's wicked is that Tales of Symphonia. It was a GameCube game that had 2 discs. That's not uncommon for that, but this is gonna. GameCube meme.
Yeah.
Meme review. Or is that what PewDiePie does? Meme review, even though he probably stole it from someone. And guys, guess what? This is why Nintendo is the best. Even like years after this thing was released, it still works. Unlike my PlayStation. Oof. You know what? Okay, back. Okay, so this is Legacy Collection. We're gonna be playing this while we talk. So actually, you know,
Mega Man.
I'm turning this down so I can focus. That's about good. All right, so we were on the topic of like basically small YouTubers and animators and all that. Wait, I haven't unlocked Mega Man. Oh wait, no, I was playing Mega Man 2, so I can't play any of the other games. All right, time to go back on Mega Man 2. Well, I should have played them in chronological order, but Mega Man 1 is hard. Alright. So we were talking about, I guess we were talking about, like, what, Jake and Logan Paul and all that. Why are they just such, basically, popular, even though they're so bad? Like, the only reason they are promoted so much on YouTube is because it gets YouTube the money.
Yeah.
And like even then, like I remember. Oh shit! I remember the Suicide Forest situation. Oh my god. Crap! I'm stuck in ass. The Suicide Forest situation. I gotta remember how to. How do I get the? How do I? Okay. The Suicide Forest situation. It took YouTube like forever to get back on that.
But YouTube didn't even take it down. It's actually Logan.
Yeah, it was Logan who took it down.
And he only took it down because everyone hated him at that time. I mean,
yeah, like it's just. Is this the right one? Yep.
I think.
And
anyway, YouTube was going to take it down anyway. The amount of PR, the press, everything, it would have looked absolutely awful.
They say they don't tolerate it. They say they don't tolerate what Logan did, but to be honest,
it is Logan Paul.
Yeah, it's Logan Paul. You're not going to drop him. You dropped his, what was it, YouTube Red stuff, which his YouTube Red stuff was shit anyways, so I didn't really care. And like some people were like, I think it was
PewDiePie. They told his YouTube Red and everything within like the next day.
Oh, yeah, his Scare PewDiePie was canceled. And, you know, okay, here's the argument, and I'm actually going to bring up an iDubbbz in this situation.
Yeah.
So, we're on the topic of Jake Paul. Logan Paul and his situation. He took it down himself, and he got his AdSense cut in half. Here's the thing, temporarily. And where PewDiePie, I think he got his AdSense cut in half permanently. I don't know for sure. But he got his AdSense cut in half. But
the worst bit about it is that YouTube said, "Oh yeah, we've cut Logan Paul's AdSense," and everyone's like, "Oh great, it's permanent." And then we suddenly it was only like a day or two after the incident, we saw ads again.
Yeah, and that was YouTube. I think especially a lot of the problem is with a lot of people cite the problem with Susan Wojcicki. I don't like Susan at all. She's not a good CEO. She's not one because it's like she's also running a pretty big company.
Like a company with impact. Like if YouTube went down,
then like
they
cut. Because, you know, they're picking favorites now. Let's just bluntly say that. They're picking favorites, because...
And they're not even trying to hide it. Just like...
Yeah. YouTube's picking favorites. Like, they're picking the people that I think are family-friendly. When, first of all, come on. Logan Paul and Jake Paul family-friendly. Just because they censor their swearing doesn't mean they're any worse than me. I don't censor my swearing. There's a reason for that. Because I'm the person that... shit. That swears on you. I'm the foul-mouthed kid here because I chose my channel to be like that. That's who I am, and there's a lot of things on YouTube like about people being fake or stuff like that, and so like people are like, why I respect Markiplier? Well, he's real.
Yeah.
And I respect Markiplier because he's real. He's He's not using his audience like Onision, and he's not being an idiot like Jake and Logan Paul.
Don't get me
He knows
started
how
on
to-
Onision. Onision.
We're gonna get into Onision in a little bit.
No. Onision's like just
I know Onision's bad, but we have to get into Onision at some time.
yeah. Onision's just
He's just he's pretty damn bad. The Shane Dawson stuff is just like Onision is just he's a complete and utter idiot. Let's just address that. We all know that Onision's an idiot, but let's go back to the topic of PewDiePie. He said the N-word while playing PUBG. Big, and I'm gonna say it, big fucking deal. He said a racial slur, but as IDub says, you got to think about context. I went back and watched that. The context he said it in, it was just like he was saying it as a regular swear word, like I would. I say fuck as a swear word. I don't say it in the way like, hey, you want to go into my room and fuck? No, I say it in the way as a swear word. That's what PewDiePie was saying it as. Now, I'm not gonna use, you know what? I do say it. I do say the word with the context of, hey, guess what? I'm not saying anything wrong. I do that time to time, actually. But the thing is, we're actually so scared to say it that it really does kind of piss me off. That if I said it, like, and I think if I said it, I'd be lampooned no matter what context.
yeah.
I think IDub's made the best argument. It was the context you say it in.
Some YouTubers can get away with it, such as iDubbbz.
Yeah, but iDubbbz, he's made his argument known.
Yeah.
That's the thing with iDubbbz, is he's made his argument known. That he thinks, he knows that he's done his research and he knows what he's doing is not wrong. He knows that just saying the word with the context of it just being a swear word is all right. It's not bad.
Remember when PewDiePie said the N-word? Oh my god, everyone did that, and he was like, YouTube was immediately on the bandwagon. They immediately cut his AdSense, didn't they, or something?
He said, like, the thing is, he said a slur. Like, here's the thing, the context. YouTube, no one, when that situation happened, took it into context. And because people are really, 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 and I'm not going to say it's like not everyone, but people are becoming stupider when it comes to the damn word.
And it only gets worse from there, because then Logan Paul said it, because Logan Paul Fortnite.
Yeah, was it Logan or Jake? Because I remember it
was Logan. Was it both of them? I think I'm sure it's Logan Paul said it, and YouTube didn't even comment on it. YouTube was completely silent. Because
they, you know what? It's because they don't mention it. Because guess what? It gets the money. It gets them the money if they don't do anything like that.
PewDiePie should make the money as well.
You can obviously tell that when the Logan Paul thing happened, you can obviously tell with that tweet or whatever that YouTube sent out was like, oh, we've been thinking about this for a while. Bullshit, you have. The only reason you haven't talked about it is because you have to make a big decision. It's whether we cut AdSense from a guy who's making us tons of money, or we just leave him like that. And then they're probably thinking like they're gonna leave it there, and then they see the major backlash, and they're like, well, now we have to cut his AdSense in half. They did it begrudgingly. They didn't make the decision. They didn't think the decision was entirely right. That's at least what I say. I believe YouTube they didn't think about it. They were just really worried that they were going to lose money. They don't give.
They honestly couldn't care less.
They don't care. They don't care. That's their problem. And you know what? That's how business is, and that's sad. Now, back to the PewDiePie N-word thing. iDubbbz, he says it a lot. And when iDubbbz says it, it's funny, because he's saying it in a way that's not racist. And that's good. That's good. And then there's people who flip out at him saying the word. because you know what? As I said this once. I'm like, I think I said this to one of my friends or my dad or something. I'm like, who gets offended by the N-word nowadays? And they said the black community. And I said no, because if you watch a lot of videos, a lot of like black people or people in the community, they're fine with people saying it if you're not saying it in a derogatory way, like how iDub says it. That he's saying it with the context of it being, oh shit, a swear word, and that's fine. And I said, and whenever I think whoever said it, like black people, I said no, it's white people, and I directed it towards the iDubbbz Tana Mongoose content cop, because if you watch it, she is the one who's basically getting offended by the word, and then like iDubbbz flashes a bunch of like videos of people who don't really care if you use the word unless you're using it in a derogatory way, and like he uses it with the context of being a swear word. Tana Mongoose, when she was like 15 or whatever in Las Vegas, she said the word a lot, crap, and she's like, and in response to that, she's like, I didn't know what it meant. In response to the context, she's like, I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know it was racist. I didn't know that it was bad, and like iDubbbz had the best like comeback. He's like obviously her explanations are dog shit. How, and here's the thing, how in Las Vegas with an American education can you get away with not hearing about slavery? And like that's bull, because like everywhere
It is the U.S. education. It is the
U.S. education. That, I think, slavery. What was that? That happened primarily in the U.K., right? No, it happened in the U.S.
Fair enough. Christ. I mean, for the majority, from what I hear from from Americans, that for the majority of their time, for the majority of their geography, they're learning about all the different states. Yes, you have to learn about each and every single state in America, which, I mean...
Yeah.
I think, well, if I had it my way, I'd be prioritizing learning the rest of the world for geography. Not just where states are. Like, I guess that is kind of important.
Yeah.
But I mean, in history, US history is US history. Right? Same in the UK. But I don't know, probably US history is probably more interesting than the UK history. All we learn about is kings and queens.
Yeah.
But yeah, they surely should have learned about slavery. But
and like,
there's a bit of a see, the word was originally used as a racial slur, hence the reason why
it was used as a slur, and it was used as like a thing that you
see.
Could, like, I guess
think that it's a context problem, especially on the internet. People have become lot.
No, it technically, I think the context thing technically starts with how we're technically taught it. How basically we're taught all around the board, no matter how you say it, it's a bad word. It's like you should never say it. That's not entirely true. I think it's just that the world has become so desensitized or something like that, so scared to actually speak their mind or just say a word that they're like, okay, well, we can't say this no matter what context. Teach that to your kids, and then your kids will teach that to their kids, and so on and so forth, when entirely you should actually teach them the details about context and everything in between. But they don't do that because they're afraid that they'll get backlash for doing that. And like when you fuck with the educational system in any country, you're gonna get backlash. We in Canada, I guess we're talking about politics now in Canada. We elected a new premier for Ontario. Don't ask what that is. I haven't done my research on it, but we got our premier is now Doug Ford, and he's been called the Donald Trump of Ontario. And to be honest, it's not that far off. He's not. He looks like Trump. He's pretty damn, like, yellow or orange or whatever. And he, a lot of the things he promised is that he was going to change the price of beer, which, you know what, I'm fine. Like, change the price of beer. It's a little expensive. But then he talked about, I'm going to change the sexual education system. And this enraged a lot of people because he was gonna change it to what it was in the 90s. And usually I'm like, yeah, more 90s, more 80s. But this was something I was strongly against, as this would cut out teaching kids about homosexual orientation, sexual identity, and all that kind of stuff. And you just learn about the birds and the bees. There's nothing in between. And you'd basically just go back to the same old stuff. And I think that's because, how are kids supposed to learn about how the homosexual community does it? And this is what really peeves me off. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be a little open about this. I'm not naming. I go to a Catholic school, and we learn about everything. And one thing is that we don't learn, we don't learn that much about the Bible anyways, but at least one thing that's so clear to everyone that's not brought up as much is the line, like, about how, man shall not lay with man or whatever. And, the homophobia thing basically being related to Catholics and all that. The thing is, earlier in the school year for 2017, I did a project that involved something about something that had to do with the homosexual community, and the thing was, I did the project. I got praise for doing it. But the one thing that I actually was told about is that I think my teacher told me, I'm going to have to actually talk with the principal about this because, the religion. And I eventually, I ended up doing the project. Come on, I'm a very adamant person when it comes to touchy subjects like that. So you wouldn't stop me. If you tried to, I would really get peeved. But so I did the project, and I'm happy that my principal allowed me to do that, since opening up more. And what I said when I heard that Doug Ford was going to change the education is, I'm like, well, then you're just stepping back in time. You're reversing a lot of the things that we've done practically. So it just peeved me off a lot. And another thing that peeves me off is we were writing short stories. Now we moved from topics to topics. I'll go back to the use of the N-word in a bit.
Yeah.
So we had to write short stories, and I wrote a horror, a kind of thriller short story, as I'm that kind of person who would, most likely write a script instead of a short story, but, we had to. I was really happy about it. One of my friends, she wrote a story that dealt heavily with depression and suicide.
Yeah. No, of course you see that.
And it was a very, it was a story that didn't, it wasn't 13 Reasons Why, and this will come in later. 13 Reasons Why gave you all the gory details, and usually I like horror movies. I like the Friday the 13th series, but when suicide is a touchy subject, depression is a touchy subject. I hate 13 Reasons Why, both the book and the show, because they just didn't know how to deal with it properly. So when I heard the story, I felt really impacted by it, So near the end of the school year, maybe June, earlier in June, I was getting this idea in my head. I'm like, I'm a filmmaker, and I could envision a lot of the scenes from the book in my mind as a movie.
But yeah,
So I asked my friend, I asked my friend if I could turn the book into a movie, and the thing was, she said yes. Holy shit! Seeing this shit? Oh yeah, I won. Yes. All right. And she said yes. I wrote the script. It was about 19 pages, I believe. I believe I have the script somewhere. It was about 19 pages. It wasn't that long of a script because the short story wasn't that long. I just basically adapted the short story into a screenplay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big thing, but so I adapted the short story and I was like, okay, if I want to do this right, I'm gonna need a school because it deals heavily in a school. I'm gonna need the okay from some kind of place. We're gonna set out locations. We're gonna cast. And the thing was, this was probably the first big involvement that I had with friends in movies. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna have some casting up. We already have a few people cast, and I actually brought the script into school, and we did the casting at the back table. My teacher was okay with it because everyone in the class knows that I'm a filmmaker.
Yeah.
So like usually when they see me talking about a movie or doing something that involves a movie, they're fine with it. So my teacher was fine with it. I did all the casting. Casting was really hard because I had to get people. There are a lot of people who are not very bright in my grade, and I wanted my grade solely since I knew a lot of people there, and I knew a lot of people wouldn't take this seriously. So I tried to find people who I knew could take this topic seriously. So after we got everyone cast, the next big thing was finding school, and I decided let's just use the school that we're being taught in, and so, yeah, it's a great idea. So we went to my principal and actually talked about it. And the best thing, I think this was one of the best things ever. He said yeah. He said yes to the to actually
Do it, like.
to actually filming there, and oh damn it and there were some things that we had to talk about, like there was a roof scene where the main character eventually will jump off and blah blah blah. So we had to talk about that. We ended up not finishing the film. I do plan on actually finishing it when we go back to school because I'm still in the deal with the principal and all that. And the principal, he's like, he didn't charge me. He didn't make me pay anything to film there like you usually would. You would have to like pay a permit or something, which I eventually probably will have to in the future when I do filmmaking. So yeah, he just said like he loved the whole art and he would let us do it. So we did a lot of the stuff. We shot a bit of the stuff. Not everything was shot at school. There were a lot of scenes that took place outside the school that we shot at my house since A,
Yeah.
it was the easiest thing, and B, it's just the easiest thing, and I think we didn't come damn close to finishing the movie, but we did pretty damn good for what we accomplished.
I mean, when do you plan to get the movie finished?
Usually, like I said to everyone, I actually wrote a note to everyone and about the movie, and I was like, okay, we're running out of time and we need to finish this, so we're gonna stay up no matter how long and film this. And I wrote a note saying that. A note and posted it, and we had like a group chat, and I posted it to the group chat, and expecting that everyone would understand where I was coming from, and we would actually be able to get the film done, since one of my friends was going to Greece, and the other two had to go to summer school. So I expected everyone to understand where I was coming from. I ended up getting a really big, not like an FU, but just a really, really negative response to that note. A
What?
lot of my friends were like, one friend actually, one of my friends who had a very minimal role in the movie, but you know, was still important to the plot.
What was the note again? What did the note say?
It was a note. It was a note like the note I wrote. It was like a letter to basically everyone. I was like, we're running out of time on the movie, and we need to get it done. So we're gonna need everyone on set a certain day. We're gonna, if your parents delay, just tell them we're running low on time, and we need. Oh damn it! And we need to like stay up as long as we need to. And one of my friends was the first one to actually post in the group chat about it, about how like she obviously saw something maybe wrong was gonna go happen, and she's like, you guys, she posted on the chat. She was like, guys, you probably don't see where Liam is coming from, but you gotta understand that he's passionate about this, blah blah blah. He's spent a lot of time on this so far. He's taken time out of his day to do all this stuff. He took time out of his day to write the script, and I was very happy when I saw that posted there, because I was like, okay, yeah, somebody's on my side. Hopefully everyone else will get the message. And then there was like fucking paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs of just the other cast members and crew people basically just telling me no. And
why is it? Probably because they weren't available. I can imagine, like, what time were you planning? Because
we had school, and then I talked to my principal. Well, we're going to be here at a certain time, and then whatever time it takes, as much time as we need, whatever time we need to be out, we'll be out, and blah 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 like that. So basically, all I needed to do was get the okay from the actors that they'd be there, and basically, since we were on a time crunch, I wrote that note, just basically telling them that we need to get this done, and just like the paragraphs, they actually kind of hurt me a little, because like there was it's like from the actors and all that, and they were like, well, we can't do this because we're on a time crunch. We have to do our own thing. And I could understand it from the person who had to go to Greece. I'm not putting any hate on her, but like everyone just kind of just started, as I saw it, they just started like kind of hating on me in the kindest way possible.
you see, they are 12, 13, 14. I'm assuming it's cast 12, 13, 14 years old. Their parents often have to dictate. This still is the case for me. The parents have to dictate a lot of your schedule, and I can imagine some of them doesn't quite. Just for a little play, have fun, but then now their daughter and son has to stay extra time and like stay on a bit longer. So,
I understand I understand a lot of like where they were coming from, but they also understand like my point of view on this. And like as a filmmaker, you got to do anything to get something done, and whether or not it's like raising money in a Kickstarter or something like that. And I was doing this passionately. It's like a passion project. It was the first movie I did in a while, and like I felt really betrayed, because like I think everyone there knew how passionate I was. One person actually got the message through and was like, we need to do this. And, even though I'm not, in the movie that much, we're all still a team. As I say, movies are a collaborative effort. And it's basically the actors. The actors have to work good with the director, and they worked amazing with me. There were a lot of goofs. We spent a lot of time just goofing around, but we got a lot of things just settled, and we were doing great. And then when I wrote that, basically that note was just a death sentence for mostly a lot of everything I worked on. That the film's still going to be made, but it's just, it really did kind of hurt me in a way. Because I'm really passionate about films, whether or not, because this was the first movie I had done.
Yeah.
That was based on another person's idea, so it wasn't originally my idea.
Yeah.
But so like, I thought like everyone just kind of turned on me, and then they just didn't understand where they didn't understand where I was coming from in the sentiment way.
Especially when you're typing on the internet as well. Post it's often sometimes hard to work out the context.
I had to. I'm not posting it on YouTube. Some of my actors don't want to be on YouTube.
But when
I'm fine with that.
But you posted posted a note on the internet, I assume, like.
What posted note?
Whatever. You wrote it down.
I didn't post a note on the internet.
And you wrote, it was written in like text.
It was written. It was a document, basically. It was a document that I wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it going to often be quite hard to understand the context of the message?
I didn't want to make this public. I don't want to make it seem like everyone was hating on me, because they weren't. They had their reasons, but like those reasons had a lot of holes in them. Like, yeah, it's like, well, we're preparing for summer school. What the fuck does that have to do in between after school? That really peeved me off. That sentence, like, oh, we got summer school coming up, so yeah, we can't really do this. That's why we gotta write these sort of angry notes at you. And then like the only one I can understand was the person going to Greece. I'm not hating on these people, but seriously, like they didn't fully understand where I was coming from in my eyes, because like I basically, again, it's not my original story. So basically, I took the time out of my basically YouTube schedule to basically write the script, plan everything out, do the casting, cast them in the movie, basically get everything ready, get the okay from my principal to film at the school, and then do everything basically, and then it all comes crumbling down because I wrote a note that was basically just saying, yeah, we got to get this done. And yeah, like, it hurt because, like, you think about it, like, I don't want anyone who's actually watching this to hate on them. These are my friends, but this moment just really hurt me. And the fact that, like, it was also the writer was the writer of the short story was one of the, I'm not naming names, but the writer of the short story, like, I'm just saying, like, I took the time out of my days, out of my basically YouTube schedule to basically, write this script that's based off your story, plan everything out, cast everything, make this my vision of the movie, turn your short story into this movie. These are amateur films, but this movie, and like, when I want to get it done, because it's any kind of movie I'm doing, it's a passion project. It's a passion project, yes. But like, you have to. They know that I'm passionate for stuff, but they just kind of turned on me, and I left the group chat angrily because I just couldn't understand. Like, I could understand some things, but like, not everything was clear. Like, not everything was clear from their standpoint. Not everything was clear. I think everything was clear from my standpoint. I wanted to get a movie done. I talked about like a rap party, which is basically just like like where you have like the cast and crew come after the film is done and watch it, and have like food and all that. I wanted to have a rap party before school ended and be like, you know what, this is a big thing before we all go back to we all go in the summer to basically do whatever the fuck we do. And we never got to do it. There's obviously going to be, like, we're continuing it, obviously. There's obviously going to be a rap party in, like, September or whenever the fuck we finish this movie.
I mean,
but
I'm sure you probably will finish the movie because it'll just be delayed and take a bit longer.
yeah, it's like it's a few months delay, but then you gotta think about it. Like the record, the film could have been done in a month, 30 days, 20 days, however time we took to film it, and that's not really that big of a deal. We could have had it done. We could have had a big end of the year, basically wrap party, big end of the year wrap party and all that. To be like, yeah, we're doing all this stuff before we, don't see each other for most of the summer, and we hadn't seen each other, a lot of us, for most of the summer, and basically that never got to happen because I felt kind of betrayed. The person who was behind me the whole time when I released that note, after I left the group chat, she told the group chat to disband, and then I talked to her, and really, I went into school the next day, and I spent half the day not talking to them, because you gotta think from my stance.
Yeah, I mean, you spent ages
so much time. I spent so much time, and I'm the writer, director, producer. I'm the cameraman for this movie. I have a lot of shit on my plate when doing this. I had to adapt something that took me at least a week or two to actually finish, and then they just think that I know they had some things to do. Yeah, that's fine, but when you hear about it just a little, it's it makes a little no sense. I can't be here on that day because I gotta spend 5 minutes getting stuff ready for school in the summer. Can't you do that later? Because passion projects, and of course, okay, just getting off the topic of me being kind of angry.
Yeah.
I've made up with them. I'm we'll continue the movie. Don't worry, it's all fine. But to be honest, it still hurt me a little. It still hurts me a little, but to be honest, everything's fine. And I'm looking forward to actually. I have a few other projects that I'm writing at the moment, and I'm actually ready to cast for it. Crap, how many lives do I have? Okay, I was writing. On the weekend, I started a new script. It's a very, very low cast movie, 2 people, and I already have visions for who's gonna play in it, and it's gonna be my friends because I trust them. And then there's other projects and all that stuff, and they know how passionate I am about the stuff. But you know what? It ain't gonna hurt really, to be honest, because the movie's gonna be finished. So off that topic now. That was really lengthy. Okay, so now back on to PewDiePie using the N-word. It's been a while, but we're back here with the Diamond King DWPlays podcast live stream.
Okay,
playing Mega Man 2.
With maybe sm3dw, but I don't think he's going to do it at this point. Oh well.
Okay, so PewDiePie saying the N-word. We're going to bring up Tana Mongoose in this.
Oh yeah, I love Tana. Best YouTuber.
I hate Tana.
She's an amazing YouTuber. She's very real. She never lies to
She made TanaCon. The founder of TanaCon is that. Oh yes, finally. Okay, the founder of TanaCon should be on her Wikipedia page or something like that.
TanaCon is amazing. I wish I went to TanaCon and burnt.
So, okay, so PewDiePie used it in a non-derogatory way, and then there's Tana basically saying, "Oh, I didn't know what the N-word meant," and then videos surface of her yelling, You fucking N-word, and you're just a stupid N-word, right? And she's like, I thought those words just meant homie or something like that. And I'm like, Tana, come here, Tana, come here.
You're a dumbass.
You're yeah, was that you thought it meant homie? No one says homie no one says you fucking homie. No one says you're just a stupid homie, right? That's you're really stupid, Tana. How in God's name did you get 3 million, 3 million subscribers on YouTube?
Because little kids watch her. Because YouTube promotes her. Little kids don't know what.
No, they don't. YouTube doesn't promote Tana Mojo, especially Tana Mojo.
Well, the thing is that I don't actually got no idea.
Well, maybe they do. I'm not sure about it, but maybe they promote Tana Mojo. I'm just not sure.
I don't know how to.
It's kind of like an opinion. It's an opinionated thing. Oh, damn it! Really? Opinionated thing on whether or not they promote her, but so Tana, so the iDubbbz content cop drops, of course, and Tana's under fire for being racist and all that, and she's suffering, and when people are like that, content cop has kind of evolved from not just attacking people's content, it also evolves from attacking their personality and a lot of the mistakes they've made.
Yeah.
And I think I have to like really give it to Ian in that sense, because like it started out as just making fun of people's content, and I understand why you would make fun of people's content. Like people like the Leafy content cop, it was amazing because he attacked Leafy's content, but he also attacked Leafy's insecurity, because that also tied into his content, and the way it did was just he was like, he always made fun of people even though he was insecure about his chin, and though you're able to make good comedy out of that, like the part in Ian's video. I'm just gonna call him Ian since it's easier than just saying iDubbbz, but I'll switch between. In Ian's Leafy video, he brings up the fact that he's making fun of like a kid, and it's played for laughs most of the time. It's like, I'm not gonna talk about the kid today, and then Ian's like, the kid with this fucked up snaggletooth, the kid with the fucked up thing in his mouth, and it was funny, but it also played into the fact that all those things, he shouldn't be saying those, because he's also insecure. Oh shit! Also insecure about himself. So basically, Ian did a great job. And then there was the content deputy, and I believe as I always say, Ian's last 4 content cops: the Leafy one, the Keemstar one, the Tana one, and the Ricegum one are the best content cops ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're like the prime of Ian's comedic genius. And the reason he is such, it's not, and there's always, Leafy's channel is dead. We can all agree on that. And a lot of people, and even though his channel is dead, people are still talking about him, because the thing is, it's really it depends on your opinion whether or not you think either iDubbbz killed his career or he killed his career. iDubbbz basically started the downward spiral. He basically just stated a bunch of stuff. The person who killed Leafy was himself. That response video was fucking shit. And the reason it was is because Leafy didn't know how to deflect, criticism that was like Ian's, because...
See, that's a problem with quite a lot of YouTubers, though. They don't know how to...
deflect
criticism. They can't tell the difference between criticism and hate.
Yeah. And then when Leafy's in his response video is making fun of him, didn't he make fun of his hairline or something in his response video? And he was able to deflect all that in the perfect way that only Ian could do, and basically that content deputy was a perfect sequel video, because Leafy is such an incompetent idiot. It is so incompetent that he would never be able to do that. So basically, Leafy killed himself, and that basically just started the renaissance of the next 3 content cops. And I think we all know what they are. So or actually, we're gonna reverse a little because the Leafy one, I focused on the Leafy one before I focused on because the Keemstar one came before.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the Keemstar one, it came before, and there was a lot of Leafy references in the Keemstar video.
Yeah.
As basically Leafy was just, like Leafy and Grade A Under A, or like basically talking shit about Keemstar. And Keemstar's a bad person. I don't like Keem. Daniel Keem is a living piece of gnome shit. But the thing is, like, Grade A Under A and Leafy, they just made things that were basically well known about Keemstar, and then we're like, go subscribe to this, as like Ian put it in this video. And damn it, I'm out. And so basically, and Keemstar, okay, I think Keemstar, even though how bad he is, this was the first kind of good content cop response video, and the fact that it wasn't really a video, and he's like, I thought that shit was funny, and then he kept making them and making them, and he made another one, and then he killed it. Though he did survive, his channel took a really big downward spiral. And
although he also got a lot of hate, and he's still
he's not a good person.
Controversial YouTuber. A bit.
He's not a good person. I don't like Keemstar, and I think one of the things that really helped iDubbbz was Pyrocynical. Now, if anybody knows Pyrocynical and Keemstar, they had a feud in 2016. Keemstar was, just a complete ass, making an ass of himself, and just being an overall idiot. Saying that Pyrocynical was dating some, was it, like 14, it's a 15-year-old French girl, and as Pyro pointed out in this video, I watched Pyro's video like 5 times now to kind of analyze it, and as Pyro points out, Keemstar keeps changing the age of the so-called French girl.
You can tell 15, it's fake though, can't you? Like
from 15 to 14 to 13. Keem is not very subtle at that changing moment, but damn.
Keemstar is a dreadful liar.
Yeah. And like Pyrocynical really just kind of helped out.
Like the majority of our fake YouTubers, they're often not very good at lying, aren't they?
So I think like iDubbbz really opened up the opportunity for Pyro to make that video. And I believe it was uploaded after the Content Cop. I'm not sure if it was uploaded after the Content Cop. I might have to check. It depends. It's depending on whether or not.
Leafy is here and Keemstar had two completely different approaches to the content cops, don't they? Like one of them was very defensive about it, the other one took it as a joke, like haha, hilarious content.
Yeah, Pyrocynical. He makes fun of himself, and that's some of the best Pyro moments. It's like
that also shows a good personality as well. Like you'll realize that you're willing to recognize
criticism. And I think one of the big things that was one of the big themes that was in the Keemstar video was how Keem can't take criticism.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's like Pyrocynical made the video where he said, you should really just put a disclaimer in that video. And then Keem just like fucking flipped out. He was just like Pyro is a fake motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's being really stupid. Cause Daniel Keem is pretty damn stupid. Pretty damn stupid. And that's just another reason why he just took a downward spiral. Pyro, iDubbbz opening that window for Pyro, and Pyro basically just taking that opportunity and shoving it right up Keemstar's ass was perfect. So Keem, of course, again, as I said in response to the Leafy Content Cop, was he uses comedy and criticism and mixes them together with gnome fight and the sewer. That was like a perfect thing right there. It's funny, and it's
clever.
Making fun of Keemstar. It's clever making fun of Keemstar and the fact that Yeah.
And also,
And
YouTube
then,
loves drama. YouTube,
yeah.
it's a very popular drama as well. You can even see
Yeah.
TV shows, professional TV shows. They're often not very good. The drama TV shows.
Yeah.
Jeremy Carter,
So,
Doctor.
like, Keemstar, he took a downward spiral after that. And, like, you know, he did recover, Keem. He survived the content cop. Now, there wasn't a content deputy because he wasn't stupid like Leafy. He wasn't that dumb. Or he kind of is. It's just he's not really bad at, you know, deflecting criticism. Or he is. But,
not as bad as
yeah, Leafy. Or maybe. I don't know.
Well, you see, the thing is that Keemstar knew that he wasn't going to get out of this one. So he sort of
he made the response Twitter video.
Keemstar probably wasn't he wasn't as stupid as Leafy with the response.
Yeah, it's like a debate, but you know, Leafy's dead and Keemstar's alive, so I guess it's kind of something. What the hell is this? So, and then we talked about the Tana Mongoose content cop.
Yeah.
I just want to bring it up for a little more in this kind of like, you know, segment of the stream. I think that the Tana Mongoose content cop was one of the best videos Ian has made, and because it shows how much of a hypocrite and how much of a lying like idiot Tana Mongoose is. Now, other YouTubers have exposed Tana for things that she's done.
Yeah.
One of the things that she did was she filmed a dead homeless man's body.
Did she?
And, yeah, she did. And she posted it on YouTube like, as live footage from the scene or whatever the fuck she called it. And,
don't remember that one, but okay.
And, she wasn't like, she was never like, you know, talked about for it. Though the video was taken down by her. I love how YouTube just loves to ignore dead body videos.
Especially from bigger YouTubers.
Because they know that bad press is coming.
I bet you...
Like, you know the line from Game of Thrones?
If I posted a video of a dead body, it would be taken down within 3 seconds.
Actually, here's the thing, is, one of my favorite things from stupid YouTubers is, Tanner Fox, whatever, when he was defending, Logan Paul, like, oh, there's tons of dead body videos on the internet. It's
yeah.
Worse than that. And, well, you gotta think about it. You post a dead body, and you're like a 5 subscriber channel. That shit ain't gonna be found for a long time. Be honest, Tanner.
Logan Paul's actually got some influence there. He's got quite a lot of influence.
It was known. It was known because it's Logan Paul. 17 million subscribers. So yeah, Tana uploaded a video with a dead body, and yeah, like people like a British commentator YouTuber like named iNaver talked about it and all that, and you know it got her some criticism, and then like the content cop thing was just the best because she was not able to deflect anything that iDubbbz threw at her. Because it was all true. It wasn't like speculation or any stupid stuff like that. So she royally screwed up, of course. And that hurt her really bad. I still think she hasn't really recovered from it since she's still making really stupid decisions. Best example is just TanaCon. She has learned nothing from iDubbbz's video. And now we get on to the next content cop and content deputy, the Rice Gum one. This is arguably probably his best content cop.
I still think the Leafy Keem one.
I still think it's debatable. I think a lot of fans like the Leafy video a little more. I can see why.
I don't know. I think the best stunt he did was probably one with Tana. Like he actually went to Tana.
Yeah, that was the best.
Yeah.
When he goes like I feel like with the content cops, he goes bigger and bigger every time. And with the Tana one, he went the biggest he could go, and he actually met Tana, and used say N-word and it was talked about for a while, even before the content cop video was made. It slowed down, and then the content cop video came out, and then, you know, it was big. So the Rice Gum one, I think the thing that made it so, the first thing that made it so funny was how he disguised it as a Jake Paul content cop.
Oh yeah,
Because he's able to, like, make fun. It's like, I'm not talking about this obnoxious, arrogant asshole. I'm talking about another obnoxious arrogant asshole. It's one of his best just comedic timing.
Yeah.
For anything he's done. And, like, yeah, it's clickbait technically, but they're technically the same person. One is just Asian. Let's be honest, people. One is just Asian. That's why the content deputy was AJP, Asian Jake Paul. So let's get into the content cop before we get to the content deputy. The whole plot of the content cop, like the plot, is a reporter is trying to find out the base of the hyper beast, which is basically what the Rice Gum fans call them. What the Rice Gum fans call themselves, the hyper beast or the hype beast or whatever the fuck they call themselves. So he used that as a plot line, and he got people like H3H3, PewDiePie, and Jax Films. I think How to Basic was in there as well. To be in the video.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the best things, as it has all the criticisms he makes, and again, Rice Gum making a video just basically wanting a content cop, and then getting one, and basically just, you know, what would he say? He says a lot, because Rice Gum is like one of the easiest persons to make fun of on the platform. So ultimately, it culminated.
He's incredibly hypocritical, which is like probably my favorite thing.
Like, great like criticisms that were also mixed with comedy. Like, you know, the rape comments and all that. Yeah, that's not funny, rape, but, you know, Items just, you know, when he takes something that Rice Gum did wrong, he makes it funny. I'm trying to remember a lot of things from the video. So we'll get to the big thing at the end of the content cop video in a little bit. But iDubbbz, he just made all these great criticisms. All these, like, what was it? The video is like Netflix and chill story time. Or
yeah. Oh yeah.
And then it's like plaster parody all over that shit. And because Rice Gum is an idiot, we all know that by now.
But I don't think he's retarded enough to. I mean,
so like,
if you want to become big and relevant on YouTube, you need some.
Another, yeah.
Like, you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Unless
another big
you're
thing
like me.
Yeah. Another big thing in the video was basically the 7 deadly sins.
It's themes.
And they were amazing plot, basically, like, way to, like, you know, like, basically put this video into different places. Like, oh, okay, well, here's the part about lust, and here's the part about greed and all that. And I think one of the big things that he really harped on was just two of the big things were his flexing. Rice Gum flexes on people way too much. He's an idiot.
It's a huge personality.
Flexing on a homeless man. Flexing on your fans. Yeah.
He's not very clever, Rice Gum, let's be honest.
Yeah.
He's not as clever as he is.
Yeah. And then,
well, I mean, as a YouTuber, as a YouTuber, I'm saying, I'm not saying he's a good YouTuber, he's far from a good YouTuber. I'm saying that, in order to become big on YouTube, you do need to know what you're doing, especially with algorithms, all that sort of stuff. And so, clearly, Rice Gum knows what he's doing. He's a big YouTuber, sadly.
Yeah, sadly. And another big thing that he talked about was Rice Gum's shit music. There's another big part of the video. It was just making fun of Rice Gum's music.
Oh, God.
And yeah, like, I think I'm gonna do a representation of Rice Gum singing one of his songs. It was a 4 mil, you at 700K. Yeah. Like, that's how Rice Gum sounds in, like, some of his earlier music. And then he's talking like he's a big music critic. Rice Gum, you're Rice Gum. You're an idiot. You're Rice Gum. Go to hell. Like, you know, he's just an idiot. And then we're gonna get into the big thing at the end. Ricegum in that video where he was basically begging for a content cop. He said, "What would he do? Like make a diss track on me?" And iDubbbz exactly did that. He made an amazing diss track called Agent Jake Paul. I listened to it a lot. He took all the criticisms of his content cop video and put it into an amazing song. And it was actually a really good song. I think a lot of people can say it's like the best diss track on YouTube. I say it's the best diss track on YouTube. Definitely better than all of Ricegum's stuff. Ricegum is just pretty crap at what he does.
Yeah.
Now, like, he gets people like H3, Jax Films, PewDiePie, all those people in that 3 minute something second segment of that video, and it's amazing. And so of course, and I guess we should probably get into the facts. We should get into the content deputy. This is not a hard one to talk about. It's not better than the content deputy on Leafy. I feel like the content deputy on Leafy had a little more punch to it.
Yeah.
Because Leafy's an idiot in his response video. So is Ricegum, but, you know, Ricegum flexes more than Leafy says, literally. You're literally...
He's like literally the worst person. Leafy literally says literally way too much. It's quite literally annoying.
It's not even a word anymore. It's just crap. Like
it's like
so the flexing.
The majority of words in the English language.
At least Ricegum kind of owns up to a little bit of his stuff. Like you know. Is it like honing up to like him flexing all the damn time? Like he owns up to it a little, not a lot. It's Ricegum, so he's not.
It's a PR stuff. No, it's also PR again.
Yeah.
See, Ricegum has a huge. I suspect Ricegum's PR team behind him, doesn't he? He's got tons of friends. He's got an entire PR team who's there to help him, and you follow their instructions because he doesn't want to hate. So, you know.
Yeah, and basically, the Ricegum content deputy, it just further cemented how much of an idiot Ricegum is. It's definitely not the best content deputy. I think there's only 2 content deputies ever, and the best one is still Leafy's content deputy. Now, getting into a little bit of other stuff, there hasn't been content cop in a while. We have to address this. Now, there's a lot of speculation who the next content cop is going to be on. There's people like FouseyTube or...
I doubt it'll be FouseyTube though, because what iDubbbz has said once in the HCH podcast, he doesn't like to follow trends. And Fousey is in the
he's in the spotlight right now.
Probably won't be for much.
Once he's out, like again, he's kind of a person who's already been cemented as getting fucked by everyone else on YouTube.
Like,
so
iDubbbz said that he didn't. iDubbbz says he isn't proud of the Fine Brothers.
Yeah, the Fine Brothers one. That was just I watched it. I was very underwhelmed by it. It was not very good. Yeah, he says that he doesn't want to be trendy, and that's the best way for iDubbbz to go. But FouseyTube, maybe when he's out of the spotlight and he's done stuff wrong, but hasn't been addressed as much, then he should do a content cop on him later.
But I don't want to. You see, Ricegum never really been featured in it. He barely anyone cared enough about him. Like maybe a few smaller YouTubers, but sort of on him a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like basically just like speculating on who you think the next content cop is going to be on. It's really fun to speculate, in my opinion. But like, there's Onision, but there's a problem with that. And
he's irrelevant.
The fact that Onision, he's not irrelevant. It's just he's always relevant in everything. But it's just what has been said about this asshole that hasn't been said?
And I just.
And like, I feel like iDubbbz again.
See, I'd love iDubbbz to make a video on Onision because he's just.
Yeah. Onision would be a good choice because you could shit on him all you want.
Yeah.
And the thing with that is, like, Onision, yeah, he's been, you know, I guess exposed so many times that there's no real point in it. But here's the thing: is that with iDubbbz, he can take people who have been like exposed, I guess, like so many times. Like exposed so many times, and make good arguments out of like, you know, how stupid they are or whatever. And you know, so Onision would be a great one because he could just make like there's Onision like wanting to tie like his girlfriend and whatever into like in his basement with the sign that says "I'm a liar" or get a tattoo just above your ass that says "I'm a liar." Like he can make a funny argument out of that. Like it's like, and now we move on to like I'm just gonna like what iDubbbz would basically say. Now it's time to move on to Onision's personal text that somehow made it onto the internet. Let's go. Get a tattoo above your ass that says "I'm a liar." My God, Onision, you're fucking insane. You heard that right, folks. This guy, this onion-headed fuck wanted to tie his girlfriend up in his basement, chain her, or her to get a tramp stamp. Order to get a tramp stamp. That is just fucked up. But here's the thing: with his onion head, he can't really think. He manipulates his audience. You can't really fault the guy.
And like, especially, do you remember like his fans were like 12 years old, and they're 12-year-old girls, and like they asked, send pictures in and I'll rate them. That is also just.
Yeah, like Onision could be a good content target. Yeah, like, you know, he's overdone technically, but I mean, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff to talk about it. Like, a lot of people have talked about him, yes, but Jesus Christ, he's like so damn easy to talk about, and it would be a great content COD video in my opinion.
See, but for that reason, I doubt iDubbbz would actually post it.
Yeah, it would be easy. It would be easy, but with iDubbbz, like, he doesn't really, I guess, intend on killing channels. But this could probably kill Onision off for good. Because as to admit, as much as many people talk about Onision, like it gets out there, but not out there. Like if iDubbbz did it, it would be like 7 million people would see that.
And plus many more because people be watching on the content call, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it would get like major attention, and then. Basically, like there's Onision going after Shane Dawson persistently, and then him admitting on a stream that the allegations that he's making towards Shane are false. So that would be really funny in my opinion if like he had to like make a content cop on that and then just bring up the fact that he's goddamn lying. That would be funny. Another YouTuber that he can make a content got video on, specifically, there's a lot of hard ones to choose from. Like YouTube's such a big place. There would be no fun and doing a Zoello one or a like fucking Alfie Days one because they're dead. They're just dead channels. They're dead in the toilet. Let's be honest. And what's W? It's and he's just.
See,
it's hard. It's like hard to choose again. Ah, damn it. Still playing Mega Man for some reason. God damn it. So What's another YouTube? Like Alfie Day, Zoella, they're dead. They're dead. You can't really.
And thank God for that.
And you can't really do it on a dead person, but you're like, well, why do you want him to do one on Onision? Because
Okay.
Onision still has apparently a little bit of life of him in him, because he keeps getting the spotlight. iDubbbz could kill him. Like, he's not already killed himself with the numerous amounts of videos he's made on Shane Dawson, which are false, and he's actually admitted accidentally on a live stream that they are false. So, you know, just trying to, like...
See, also,
But
Onision claims to have a lot of mental problems. Definitely.
Yeah, he's like a lot of things about Onision. It's just really shady. Like oh well, and there's obvious manipulation. Like on the Shane Dawson, my ex-friend video, he's like, in 2007, I had a gun to my head, and the only two things that saved me were YouTube and my wife. For one, that's blatant manipulation. Whether or not it happened or it didn't, Onision, you blatantly just told a sob story to get, like, was it, like, oh, I'm, like, to get sympathy. And it's just really, it's just being really stupid, like, for doing that. And, in my personal opinion, the more he does, the more he calls out Shane Dawson for being a pedophile, there will always be types of things that state to him maybe being a pedophile. Apparently a relationship he had with a 14-year-old girl when he was 17 could be another one. Shit. And, just a lot of Onision's past mistakes. Yeah, they're from the past, but it's Onision, so I don't really care. You mind checking the stream and see how it's going? Everything's good, all that. Just so, if I may do another stream tomorrow, I don't know. Because this one was kind of, quickly planned. And we just talked for, like, about 50 minutes. Yeah, so is it going good?
It all seems to be going well. I mean, we've been streaming now for about 2 hours.
Yeah, once I finish Mega Man, we'll end the stream because I gotta go let my dog out. I gotta go let my dog out, to be serious. Like, I usually do let her out at about 12, and it's almost 1, so I probably have to do this very quickly. Another possible content cop. There's not really anything for a content deputy.
Because the content deputy really depends on the...
It depends. It's mostly a shitty response video.
Yeah.
And I think with the Tana Mojo one, the content deputy was in the content cop. Because she technically made a response video before iDubbbz even made, like, the damn video. And where I'm coming from on this is basically just, like, her video, the N-word, is technically a response to the whole situation as a whole, even though it technically isn't, but even though it technically, like, isn't in the fact of a content cop, but there's not really anything for a content deputy there. Keemstar, he's been keeming it up.
Keem is Keem, and Keem will always be Keem, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Keemstar is Keemstar. It's probably like what I would call like a rip-off series or something along the lines of that of Shane Dawson's Tanacon series, like with documentary. And the reason I say that is because that's what Keem would do. But it was more in depth than I thought it would be, as the FuziCon videos, the FuziCon documentary videos or whatever, they talked about how Keemstar and a lot of other people are thinking that FuziTube was having a mental breakdown. I
mean, that's a fair point.
Yeah, a mental breakdown because he's acting like he's just acting delusional and all that. And even FaZe Banks, who actually had one of those situations, actually made a video about FuziCon, and actually I think he talked to FuziTube on the phone, and he was like, he was really genuinely worried for him. As I see it, like, BoozyCon just really like BoozyTube. Yeah, don't do a content cop on him. It's pretty damn stupid.
I'd love to have a content cop on Onision. Just it's easy and it's predictable.
It's easy. It's predictable. But with Ian, a lot of like the complaints will be predictable. But with Ian, it's the thing is what he does in the video will be unpredictable.
Oh, yeah.
He might have an onion, a giant onion that he'll fight, like I don't know, in a freezer in a restaurant or some shit like that. He might do that. He might do what he did in the Keemstar video, just like more over the top. He might fill like the onion with fake blood and then like cut it in half.
Oh
like blow it up. I would love to see him blow up a fucking onion. Like him blow up, like him be like, or it's like an onion with a crudely drawn face on it. It's like, all right, Onision, it's time to see you like burn, and then he like burn, and then he blows up the fucking onion, and like blood splatters everywhere. It would be friggin' epic. That's what it would be, and I would love to actually see that, but because you never know what Ian's gonna do. I'm still awaiting a content cop, but okay, let's check the time in between the content cop on Tana Mojo and the content cop on Rice Gum. That was about 8-9 months. No, it was it January or February? It was February when the content cop was released on Tana.
Yeah, I mean you don't get as many content as we used to, but he puts more effort, doesn't he?
That's good. That's good. Is that he does that. Now. The thing is, basically, it's like maybe he has a set kind of month goal or whatever, because it was kind of like this kind of the same thing, is that he had 2 big content cop videos in October, which were the Rice Gum one, which was last year, and yeah, like. Okay, that didn't work. Really? Can't use it? What other weapons? And like, just overall thinking about it.
I mean, whatever it's gonna be, it's probably gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great content cop. He tops himself nearly every time.
Every time. It always gets better.
With the 4 recent content cops, yeah, he tops himself every time. Every time, he's just amazing at what he does, and he'll obviously grow more and more with the content cops he makes. And obviously, like the content cops get him like a bunch of money, but I don't think he's doing it for the money. I don't think he's doing it to kill the channels. I think he's just making legit criticism. I think the content cop is legitimately legit criticisms that he's making mixed with his actual opinions, which and if that is true, then he's hiding his real opinions in a really good way.
And also, it's also just the fact that content cop is controversial.
Yeah, it's a very controversial show on YouTube.
And
there can be
controversial stuff often.
I want to actually talk about something after we get done with our content cop discussion. It has to do with James Rolfe. This happened like 2 years ago, but I'll talk about that after. Yeah, the content cops are controversial for a reason. Even though they're well made, it's probably just because of Ian's personality and how the use of the N-word and all that. I think one of my favorite things was just was content cop on Keemstar, where it's like, welcome to drama, where the best catchphrase, or like the catchphrase is N-word, and it's like, or everyone type Alex's stupid N-word in chat.
Oh yeah.
And I would say it would it's funny, and it's probably it's funny, but he uses it in a way, but the media they love to go after things. If the PewDiePie situation or any situation on YouTube where the adpocalypse happened, yeah, that is all the mainstream media, because they want to shut down YouTube for some fucking amazing. So they like they do something stupid.
Because
They,
bad
someone
news
does something
makes
that
money.
they regret, and then the mainstream media they tell like all the advertisers, ooh, like PewDiePie said the N-word, and then the advertisers pull out, and then like fucking the mainstream media, they got all the damn attention because they're actually putting it in the news or whatever, and like it doesn't matter without monetization, like without the fucking advertisers, YouTube is just a dick. And
YouTube's broken. The people surrounding YouTube's broken. Everything's broken.
Damn it, fuck! Now I'm not gonna be able to win against the boss, which is just great.
Okay.
So, okay, so now, like, yeah, they're controversial, but they're kind of like the good kind of controversy
Yeah.
that helps Ian in some sort of way. Definitely, and I think it was the Ricegum content cop. It's the Ricegum content deputy. At the end, Post Malone appears in the video, and Post Malone is a big. He's iDubbbz's friend or Ian's friend.
Yeah.
And he knows Ian personally, and he actually said on the H3 podcast that he doesn't like to get into this YouTube drama. But when he's asked, Ian asked, he's like, he's always obliged.
Yes.
He's always like obliged to do it, and I think I have to like commend. I don't like Post Malone's music. I don't really.
Yeah,
know
same here.
I don't know anything. No, I don't have too much of a problem with him like I would Lil Pump. I do not like Lil Pump. I hate Lil Pump. Post Malone, I can actually tolerate just as a person. Seeing Post Malone in an iDubbbz video actually makes me laugh like really hard because it's just this singer appearing in a video about Ricegum, and it's just really funny when you think about it. And yeah, so on the oof. So yeah, that's that. We'll probably come back to Ian.
Okay, I think we should probably end the stream now because I've got to go now at least. So you can keep it going.
You can leave. You can leave. I'll finish the stream.
Okay. Bye.
See ya. And that was David, everyone. Intellectual conversations about the content cops. Yeah, if you liked that conversation, anyone actually saw that. We were basically just goofing, I guess. We were gaffing, we were guffawing. It's got a pretty good set pattern. So yeah, we'll probably do another one later. I don't know. I gotta beat Dr. Wiley. Well, I'm not gonna, because I'm an idiot. Damn it. Come on. That just kill me. Alright. So, this is probably the perfect time for me to actually talk. Right now, just as myself, and without David here, sadly. Actually, I think the best points are when I have people on the live stream with me, as it's fun to have conversations with them, especially about the YouTube stuff. Now, how do you guys like the stream setup? I want to actually know. What do you guys think? Fucking nobody reads this fucking sign. So, how do you guys like the setup? The chat didn't work, unfortunately. We're gonna need to fix that. I may need to like update the chat or something like that, get it like fixed up or whatever. And so how do you guys like it? Especially seeing like game footage in action. I was really happy, as I've always longed for like having stream overlays, especially having the our little Discord icons appear at the bottom. That was very fun. I gotta give props to David for actually doing that for me. He actually got those little things working as he gave me the link to like the Discord stream overlay, but it wasn't working. So that unfortunately didn't work for me, but he got it working for me. Yeah, like David's very, very helpful, and he's not the type of person that actually hate on you. Yeah, like we goof about some of our past content. You know, it's fun to goof about that stuff. But he's a great help on for live streams and all that. Most of what you're seeing here, like the subscribe button, the face cam, the game footage, the overlay, the chat, the follow me, the Instagram thing, it was all done by me. I spent a lot of time working on the stream. Technically, I spent a lot I didn't get very much sleep last night. Not because I was working on this. It's just I was not getting that much sleep. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to, yeah. And I was very happy with the outcome. Now, just to say, the game footage you're seeing right now, this was really hard to set up. The game footage was really hard to set up. Not gonna lie. What live streaming like this, it's very fun. Live streaming, having an actual setup for the live stream. But setting it up is a total bitch. Now, the capture card I have, it gave instructions, both digitally and manually. They were great help, and like you have to you can't just download. It's like you have to download something so it can work with your PC and all that. I had to use a PC since it doesn't work with Mac. And yeah, I have strong thoughts against PCs. I fucking hate Microsoft. Or just, PCs in general. Yeah, so a lot of stuff. The game footage, you have to set, I'm using composite cables. The GameCube and PS2 are composite cables. So the red, yellow, and white are the composite cables. Now with HDMI, it's not that much of a hassle, as when you set it up, OBS just has it set on whatever you need for the HDMI stuff, which is fine when I need to do HDMI stuff. But when I need to do the composite thing, I gotta switch it to 3 on the the whatever setup thing, and it's actually kind of a bitch to do that because I click, it's like, oh, you may need to restart so that it actually appears. So I restart it, quit OBS, and then it makes the capture card go back to the HDMI thing, and it basically shuts off the capture card. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it shuts off the capture card. It shouldn't shut off the capture card. It should just not work since it's on HDMI. It's very, very confusing. Anyone who wants to live stream, you're gonna need a capture card and a lot of willpower. Oh shit! God damn it! I fucking hate this boss. I fucking hate it. Ugh. Especially trying to. Okay, so this game footage. I want to bring up something. Something fucking happened. I had everything set up yesterday for this live stream, and this was a very unprepared one. We've been streaming for about 2 hours now. Live streaming is very fun. Not gonna lie, you're just live talking. You're live and it's fun. So basically, what I'm trying to say right here is the game footage you're seeing right now. This is a bitch to actually get done, since for some reason I restarted the thing because OBS was just fucking up. I restarted the computer, and and then like it would like I get the game footage, and then it'd be this little fucking dot in the corner. You know, leafy by the way. It'd be a little like red dot in the corner, and I wouldn't be able to move it. So I would have to set it to full screen, and then usually when you press Shift or Alt, you could be allowed to like close crop something, and while pressing Shift, you'd be able to resize it without it like automatically resizing. Where if you just didn't hold Shift, it would like resize the whole thing, and it would just be a complete utter nuisance. And yeah, it was really annoying. So, and I just had to do it. I eventually got it working, as you can see right now. It's just, you gotta really appreciate the little things. And there's like what I wanted to mention, there's a delay on the game footage. From what I'm doing right now, like, there's a delay. And I had to set a delay on the face cam so it would sync up. And luckily, the voices synced up, as David said. I'm starting this. At least the voices synced up. I am probably, my leg hurts right now. Like, I need to go let out my dog. I need to go let out my dog. I need to go let out my dog. Alright, I'm gonna. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna win. I'm gonna try one more time. If I don't win, I'll end the stream. But this is pretty damn fun. If David were still here, it'd be, what the fuck just happened? Was the chip still on for the whole fucking stream? I didn't know. Now, of course, this was supposed to be a Tales of Legendia live stream. It didn't go as planned. The PS2, it's either the PS2 or the discs. I'm gonna say like Grand Theft Auto didn't work, so it's got to be the console. Maybe stream tomorrow instead of uploading a thing video. As you know, I'm just kind of fucking my channel with thing videos, all that. So yeah, Tales Month is going great, as I said. Usually when I do the streams alone, I'm able to just give little updates. Tales Month is going fantastic. Almost every Tales Month video is done. I just need to finish the last one, and then I gotta finish 2 thumbnails, and then Tales Month is done. And the webcam, I just realized, is backwards, so I gotta fix that. Oh crap. Usually I'd say something like, oh shit, but... Fuck. Okay, that's bad. Damn it. Like, whether or not you run out of bubble or health, and that's the problem with this fight. It's like the pattern is predictable. It's just everything just sucks.
Hello?
Oh, you're back? I was talking to myself, actually. Look, you still here? Oh, come on. Almost done. Almost done. Yes! Mega Man 2 is goddamn easy, but like... You hear David? David? I don't know if he's still here. I don't know. Oh, it's over. I mean, like, you didn't get to see the full state. I'll probably do a Mega Man live stream some other time. But for now, that's basically all you're getting for Mega Man from me. Yeah, that's pretty damn pretty. Oh my god. Hard the stream was to set up, guys. I'm gonna give some.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. Hello. Well, you came just in time. I just beat Mega Man 2.
Oh yeah. Stop.
It was very. Even though I've beaten Mega Man 2 like 100 times, it was actually pretty damn hard because I had no practice. Well, so we're gonna end the stream here. Just want to say thank you to David or DWPlays for helping me make this stream possible. For the most part, since we needed you know, everything to work out in the end. As you can see, the ending is just Mega Man walking past everything while it turns different.
Yep.
You know, harder. But don't worry, there's Mega Man 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And on this, there's only up to 8, because 9 and 10 were like downloadable games or whatever. So for anyone who actually sat down and watched this shit, thank you. And again, thanks to David.
Thank you for listening.
We might stream later today. I don't know. It's up to David if he wants to. We might stream tomorrow. Again, up to David. And well, as it says in the little corner down there, follow me on Instagram at the Diamond King is Rich. Next time we should probably put David's thing, I guess, but there's no space, so we'll find a way. Yeah, well, the stream's ending, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.